expression?
Because there's exponents too.
Because
Like the first one.
okay, because it's having exponent too.
Yes.
Thank you for trying. So as Wendy said, question 1 is not a linear expression because it is having exponent 2. The variable is having exponent 2. Number 2 is not a linear expression because it's having two variables. Number 3 qualifies to be a linear expression because it is having one variable and the variable is having exponent 1. And the last question is not. What about this? If I have 3x plus 2 is equal to x. Wendy, do you think this is a linear equation or not? No. We are still on the expression. So let's maintain that. We have like this.
Which one?
This one. 3x plus x. Is it linear expression or not?
No. Yes. Yes.
Why do you say so?
Because it's x in x and x.
So at the end, what do you think?
So yes.
All right. So yes. Okay. So what it simply means is that I know other people or some people may argue that we have two variables. Yes, we have two variables, but the variables are the same. So if they are the same, we treat it as what? 1. And therefore, we can say that 3x plus x can also be written as a linear term, which will be what? 4x. Is that okay? And the x is having only one exponent. So at the end, we have this to be linear expression. Very good. Now let's move on to linear term. If there's no question. Linear term. Linear equation. Linear equation is when we graduate from a expression and we add equation to the expression. When we add equal sign to the expression, we get linear equation. So assuming we have 3x squared plus 2 is equal to 5. Okay. Number 2, 3x plus x is equal to minus 2. We have number 3, 3x plus 2 is equal to y. And number 4, let's say 8y plus 3 is equal to y. All right. So how many linear equations do we have in this question? How many linear equations with one variable do we have in this question? Linear equation with one variable. Yes, let's analyze this. Who's going to answer? Irisa.
Why me?
Because you.
Me?
Yes, Irisa. Which one do you think is linear equation? You're waiting for you, Irisa.
3, I guess.
Sorry? Again, please. I didn't hear. Okay, Farida.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
You think only number 4?
It's with one variable, ngay.
No, I mean, how many equations do you think are linear equations with one variable?
I think I'm sure it's only one number.
Which is number 4, right?
4. Yes.
Okay. And why do you think number 4 is linear equation?
Because it's have one variable. I'll show you that. Because it's have one variable.
Okay, thank you for trying. But equation 1 also is having one variable, or can't you see that? Farida,
Again, please.
equation 1 is also having one variable.
But number 4 is x, y plus 3 is equal to y is equation.
Okay, what I mean is number 1 is also having one variable. So why you think number 1 is not linear equation with one variable? All right, thank you. Farida is saying this one is linear equation. Titanet.
What?
All right, so looking at the linear equations given, how many of them are or is linear equation?
I think 2.
Okay, which and which one?
Number 2 and number 4.
Why do you think number 2 and number 4 are linear equations, and why
Be-
the are not?
Because they have only one variable.
Okay, but number 1 also have one variable.
But it have a exponent too.
Number 1 has exponent 2,
Yes.
but number 2 is having exponent 1, and number 4 is having exponent 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is correct. So we are saying that anytime we have, Farida, you understand now, number 2 is also linear equation with one variable because we have only one variable, which is what? X. And the exponent is 1. Number 1 is having one variable, but the exponent is what? 2. So it doesn't qualify to be called linear equation with one variable. All right. Please, any question? This is what we have to know. The term, the expression, and then the equation. The next thing we are going to do is solution. We are going to look at linear solution. Any question with these before you move on? Yes, any question? Chayut?
Yes.
Yeah, any question?
No.
All right. Now let's move on to our solutions. So when we are going to look at 4 different types. The first type that we are going to look at is equations with the letter on one side of the equal sign. Equation with a letter on one side of the equal sign. Example of that question can be 3x is equal to 9. 3x is equal to 9. Now, let's learn this. Anytime we are multiplying or we are supposed to find a variable, and the variable is multiplied by a number, the action that we have to do is divide, right? So we will divide by the number, no matter what the number, multiplying the variable, we divide by that number. And anytime we are looking for a variable and it is divided by a number, then we multiply. So division, we multiply, and when it is multiplication, we what? Divide. Like this, when it is multiplication, we divide. Okay? And when it is division, we multiply. So in this case, with this question, it is what? Multiply. So what do? We divide. We are going to divide both sides by what? The number multiplying x. So the number multiplying x is 3, so we divide by 3. And divide this one too also by 3. 3 cancel 3, and we have x is equal to 9 divided by 3. And 9 divided by 3 is the same as what? 3. So our x is equal to 3. Now let's try to solve another question. This, you always come back to, I told you we have 4 types, right? You are going to look at 4 different types. And question type 1 is when we have the variable on one side. We are always going to come back to this. Even when we are solving type 4, we will still come back to type 1 to finalize the answer. So question 2. When we have 3x, no, I don't want to use 3x again. When we have 7x is equal to 14. 7x is equal to 14. How do we solve this? How do we solve this? Prayut. Oh, no, not. It's Chayut, right? Chayut.
Huh?
How do we solve this? 7x is equal to 14.
Divide 7 both side.
Okay, we divide both sides by 7. And this 7 cancel this one. And we have x is equal to 14 divided by 7. And x is equal to what?
2.
2. Very good. So the first type is not very difficult. Now let's solve the last question on the first type, type 1. So number 3, when we have 5x minus 10 is equal to, minus 10 is equal to, let's say, 40. Okay, we still write all the numbers with the variable on the left side and write all the numbers without variable on the right side. So in other terms, we say we are grouping like terms. So we have 5x is equal to 40 plus 10, because 10 here is negative on the left side. When you send it to the right side, it becomes positive. 5x is equal to 50. And then we divide both sides by, you see, this one comes back to what? The first type that we were talking about. So we come back to the first type, and then we divide both sides by 5 by 5. And x is equal to what? 10. Is that okay? All right, let's try one question, one more question. When we have number 4, when we have 3x plus 5 is equal to 26. 3x plus 5 is equal to 26. And how do we solve this? The same way. We group like terms. All the numbers with the variable on the left side, all the numbers without variable on the right side. So let's write 3x is equal to 26 minus 5. Minus 5 because 5 is on the left. We will send it to the right and the sign changes from positive to negative. 3x is equal to 21. Then we divide by what? 3. Divide this by 3. This 3 cancel this, and x is equal to what? 7. Is that okay? All right. Now let's move on to type 2. Type 2. Type 2 question. Type 2 is when we have a variable on both sides. When we have variable on both sides. So example of such question. We are going to have 5x plus, let's say, 2 should be equal to 2x plus, let's say, 17. This is type 2 question. When we have variables on both sides. So when you have variables on both sides, what you need to do is group like terms as usual. Write all the numbers with the variables on the left side and write all the numbers without the variables on the right side. So we are going to have 5x, which is having a variable here. And the next one that is having a variable is on the right side. We will bring it to what? The left side. And the sign will change. It is positive, but when it comes here to be what? Negative. So 2x is equal to 17 minus 2. Then we have 3x, let's simplify, is equal to 15. Then you see we have come back to a type 1 question. 3x is equal to 15. It's a type 1 question. Then we divide by what? 3. And this cancel this. So we have x is equal to 5. Is that okay? Okay. Now let's solve one more question or two more. And then we move on to type 3. So next question. when we have 5x minus 3 is equal to, let's say, 3x plus 7. Right. We group like terms, all the numbers with variables on the left side. So we have 5x minus 3x is equal to 7 plus 3. This one will give us 2x is equal to 10. And we divide both sides by 2. We get x to be equal to 5. All right, I want you to try this. Try this. Question 1. Try question. Question 1, only 3 questions, okay? 8x plus 1 is equal to 2x plus 5. Number 2, 2x plus 1 is equal to 7x plus 3. Yes? Okay, let's try this too. Who has finished number 1? Number 1, x is equal to what? Teach on it.
2/3.
2/3. Okay. Who got 2/3? 2/3. You mean 2/3? That's question 1, right? 2/3. So we are saying this is 2 divided by 3. Yeah. And question 2. Irisa, you finished question 1, right?
Me?
Yeah. Were you able to solve question 1?
Yes, I guess. Yes.
All right. Ayumi is saying question 2 is minus 2 divided by 5. Let's see who will get the same answer. Silent tape. Why is silent tape online but she's so quiet? Minus 2/7. Irisa. Which question? Question 1 or question 2?
Question 2.
Question 2. Okay, so we got 2 different answers. Silent tape. What did you get? Minus 2/5. Question 1 or question 2? Question 2. All right. Okay. Irisa, why are you getting different answer? Okay, so let's look at Irisa's answer. Irisa is saying she got minus 2/7. Let's see why she's getting minus 2/7. All right. So as usual, we have to write all the numbers with variable on the right side. Left side, 2x minus 7x is equal to 3 minus 1. So at the end, this one will give us 5. Irisa, we have minus 5x is equal to 2. And we divide both sides by whatever number that is multiplying x. So we divide by minus 5 minus 5. So x is equal to minus 2 divided by 5. Is that okay? So Irisa, your question. Check it again. Why you got minus 2 divided by 7? All right. Last one. Last one, let's say question 3. When we have I was thinking about this question. Minus x plus 24 is equal to minus 3x minus 20. All right. Nacha, please, I want to see your answer. Nacha.
What, teacher?
Yes, I said I want to see your answer. So hurry up and tell me what is the value of x.
Number 3, right?
Yes, number 3. Who has finished? Yes, pataratida. Very good. Okay. Chayut, very good. Who else? Some people don't want to talk. Chacharin. Chacharin, what did you get? Chacharin is absent, right? Pachara. Pachara is not a cute boy anymore. Pachara. Yes, you finished. What did you get? Patinya.
What, teacher?
What is your answer?
Minus 22.
Pachara, your answer. Please check it again. Your answer is not correct. Pachara. Siri Chai. Siri Chai. All right, let's do it together then. Move on to Siri Chai. What do you get? Let's solve it together and move on to the third type. So with this, we are saying our answer is what? Minus 22. But how did we get minus 22? We group like terms, we write all the numbers with the variable on one side and the others on the other side. So we have minus x plus 3x, because when it comes, the sign will change it. Minus 20 minus 24. So at the end, we have 2x is equal to minus 44. And we divide by 2, this by 2. And we get x to be equal to what? Minus 22. All right. Now let's move on to the next type, type 3. Type 3. So we are going to have type 3. Type 3 is when the questions are involved with brackets. When we have brackets involved. And this, I would like you to use what we call the board mass in solving the question. And board mass, we said a bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and what? Subtraction. So the first question we want to try is when we have 3x, 3 into bracket x plus 5 should be equal to, let's say, 3x. No. 3x, 3. Okay, let's say 3. Okay, like this. If you have a question like this, the first thing we have to do is what? We refer to what? Board mass. And board mass says we should take the bracket out. And how do we take the bracket out? We do what we call distributive property. And we distribute 3 to the variables or the numbers in the brackets. So at the end, we are going to have 3x plus 15 is equal to what? 3. And then we have 3x is equal to 3 minus 15. 3x is equal to what? 12. And x is equal to 12 divided by 3 is what? 4. And x is equal to 4. Yes, who? All right, now let's move on. Now let me give you another question so that we try. Number 2. When we have a question like 3, 2x, let's say minus 1 plus 4 is equal to 5x plus 4 plus 2. Okay? A question like this, how do we solve it? As usual, we are going to solve by expanding the brackets. So if you want to expand the bracket, this is what you're supposed to do. Multiply 3 by 2, multiply 3 by this, you multiply 5 by x, and multiply 5 by what? 4. That is the only best solution we can do it. So now let's do the expansion. 3 times 2x is what? 6x minus 3 plus 4 is equal to 5 times x is 5x plus 5 times 4 is 20 plus 2. Now, we come back to what? The type 2. Type 2 says that we should group like terms. Write all the numbers with a variable on the left side. So we have 6x minus 5x should be equal to 20 plus 2 plus 3 minus 4. Right? Now let's simplify. 6x minus 5x is x. Is equal to, the whole of this will give us what? 21, right? So we have 21. Our x is equal to 21. Now let me give you one question to try. Are you ready? When we have question 3, when we have 2 minus 3 x minus 1 should be equal to 11. Now let's try this one. Question 3. What do we get? Who has finished question 1? Question 3. Question 3. Irisa. Cyrus. Minus 2. Okay, Ayumi said she had minus 2. Risarud. Silent tip, minus 2. Okay, what I made?
Hello.
Yeah, what I made? What did you get? Okay, it seems everybody is getting minus 2. Or some of you are just writing minus 2. Okay, we shall see. Panisara. Panisara, how did you get minus 2?
Huh, teacher?
Minus 2. Can you show us or can you tell us?
ก็
Just tell me now, right?
อ๋อ
Or you want to show us, you can open video and show us.
sure I do in my notebook
But you are using your phone, right?
iPad.
Your iPad. Okay, so you can open video and show us. So just open.
Wait a minute.
Irisa, did you copy from someone? So why are you not sure about your answer? Panisara,
อะไรนะ
your solution?
My mother tell me the answer. I'm doing it now.
Who told you the answer?
My mother.
Okay, now let's move on. Let's try to solve it together. So with such a question, how do we do it? After this, I'll give you another one to try, then I think we will say goodbye. 2, we expand the bracket as usual. So how do we expand the bracket? We multiply this one by this, and we multiply this one by that, right? But please don't forget the signs. All right, now let's try to solve it. We have 2 and expand the bracket. Minus 3 times x is what? Minus 3x. Minus 3 times minus 1. Nege is what? Nege. You've forgotten. Positive. So we have positive 3. And it's equal to what? 11. All right. So we have only one variable with a number. So let's maintain that. Minus 3x should be equal to 11 minus 3 minus 2. Right. So we have minus 3x is equal to minus 3, 11 minus 5. And minus 3x is equal to 6. We divide both sides by minus 3. You see, we've come back to type 1. Always, we come back to type 1. X is equal to minus 2. Is that okay? Now, if you have a question, let's solve last question. And then I'll try to give you an assignment. Let's say we have question 4. When we have 4s is equal to 12 minus 15 plus 3s. Yes, let's solve this one. You have only 3 seconds. Time up. Who has finished? Nacha.
What, teacher? I didn't writing.
Okay, hurry up. But somebody finished already. Pachara. Irisa, why you say po? Salente po, pachara po. What is that? Okay, Ayumi finished already. Nacha, you not finished. Salente, what did you get? Oh, you mean positive. Oh, nege po. Okay. Okay, 2 people finished already. Nina, you want to show us how you got your answer? So in our next class, we will look at type 4 and try some questions, and then that will be the end of our review. All right, we don't have much time. Let's do it. So as usual, we are going to expand the brackets. So how do we expand the bracket? We have an invisible one here, okay? And that one will multiply this and multiply that. Okay, Nacha finished also. Nacha, I hope you didn't copy anybody. All right.
No, I didn't copy. I do it by myself.
All right, good job. 12 minus 1 times 15 is minus 15. Minus times positive 3s is minus 3s. All right? Okay, now let's group like terms. So we have 4s and plus 3s because it is negative there, it will be positive here. 12 minus 15. And we get 7s is equal to minus 3. So we get our s to be equal to minus 3 over 7. All right. Those who got this, you've done very well. So this should be the end of our class, unless you have some question to ask. Any question? Any question?
No.
No. So this will be the end of our review. So this is what we have achieved so far. Type 1, type 2, type 3. So tomorrow we will look at type 4. Is that okay? But please, you can solve some questions on your own. Try them so that type 4 is questions that involves fraction. And after that, you combine type 3 and type 4 together, fraction and brackets, and see what do we get. All right. Okay, so when you hear your name, let me know if you come to school or you didn't come.